Right, I thought I'd do a quick tour of the mess I'm in and how I'm living in Grace at the moment. So, we're in the cat room at the moment. Obviously, this is the temporary bed. It's just a few bits of slats of wood across because it's still sitting on the wood that's got to be knocked down. It's just two like wood storage things. They've got to be knocked down and cut out, and then my bed can be lowered. That said, at the moment, I have 2 litter trays under the bed, a play track, a scratching post, but there is a litter tray here that they're doing fine with. And obviously I'm just cheating by having a few more so that I don't have to empty so often. Here's the cat wheel that they play on and the cat's water. So everything's self-contained for the cats. They've got spare beds at the top. They've got hammocks. The cages don't have litter trays in there. This is where it's actually a lot warmer up there with all obviously the open windows and the breeze coming through, especially when this is open like it is at the moment. This is where Bentley comes in now to go to the outside. So that's have to leave him open waiting for him to come back in. Fire's on, that's why Mischief is sat there at the moment. So whilst I'm outside the bungalow, I've got a extension lead in through the hole, and the fire's on. I can charge my iPad and I can have a light on at night time. Obviously this is why I need a split charger to replace these things when I'm on the road. There's a little rubbish bag there. So the cats can go up and go down. Later on there's a door for them to go through the cab. I'm just watching eBay at the moment to see if Destiny sells or not. And when the cab's secure, obviously they'll be able to have that door open and then have extra space to go and sit, lie down, have, you know, sit in the sunshine on the front, which is what they like to do in my vehicles. But at the moment they're just contained in a little shelf there to walk across, a little another little hammock here for them to jump up and down on so they can see what I'm up to in there, and there's a bed up there. So going through quickly, so that's the cat room I'm going to leave. And that's where I do all my work at the moment. That's where I sit of the evening. I've got readings and things to sort of catch up on, write my notes. And I just sit comfortably in there so the cats have got me with them. And I spend as much time as I can with the cats. Here in the middle section, in the hallway, I'm bungeed in. That's my lock on my door, so I haven't got an actual another door handle yet. I've got to change the lock so I can actually have something secure that I can lock them inside, outside, and make it a bit safer. I have handles on here which hooks hang on with the extending lead off, so when the door opens the cats can be tied to the door on extending leads. And this is my cat lead rack at the moment. That's all I've got in here. I just put my body warmer there. Try not to put too much in here. Later on I'm going to try and build some sort of boot store so I can put my boots in there, and there'll be, like I said, there's going to be some storage on here. I haven't got round to it. A storage on here to put information, everything when we get to shows. Inside here at the moment, if I can get them out the way and open it, sorry about this. At the moment I have, you can see in there, the new batteries, the box of split charger kit and isolator all waiting to be fitted. My safe's in at the moment. I've got to take out the ladder and all the insulation at the back and push all that backwards because I want all my batteries and all my electricals and hot water system, everything's all going to go at that wall, so we can have electrics going through that way into the back and electrics going that way into the cat area. And obviously because I've not insulated or done any work or anything in there yet, obviously all those pipes would be sort of set and wires would be set, protected by the cats, from the cats. So this has got to be emptied out to be able to push all that backwards, and then I should be able to fit my 2 loos in there out the way during the daytime. If not, I'm going to try and get them fitted where the radiator is. There's a space there. When it's all cut out I might be able to put 2 there, so I've actually got 2 loos in the bedroom, but we'll see what happens. If I can make a bit of space here so they can be in there out the way and quite discreet, then that's fine. And obviously I can bring them out here in the night time to use, or use in there. I'm still debating over that at the moment. They're here, I've only got one out at the moment. I'm just changing the other one in a second. It's in the bungalow. So otherwise I've just got 2 loo buckets sat here. Obviously I have patio doors here at the moment. These wouldn't normally be here. I've had to carry them because obviously they haven't been put on. Those 2 doors are going to go on the back, so they'll be opening outwards, and obviously I've got to carry at the moment so I can find somebody to put them on. As you can see at the moment the windows are broken windows, and the vandalism. I've just got a bit of bubble wrap on just to try and stop the wind blowing. As you can see, I don't have even the right facilities to and sellotape to do that right, but you know, that's what happens when you've got no money. You've got to make do. So obviously this is the walkway through. There's no door on here at the moment. I'm going to try and get a full length curtain. it's the best way for that. I just picked one Destiny bit comes to here. So obviously it's just makeshift. I just try and dest this pole out, but obviously if I can put a full length curtain on that, that will help the draft going through and also, you know, protect us a bit and everything from working here. This is just my mad cabley thing, and things where I find important bits for, like, you know, the sat nav to go into the cabin and everything. I just grab things, my keys and everything. It's a bit untight at the moment, a bit much shamanic stuff, because obviously I can't put things up and set things up at the moment because I was planning to actually have this area done out if Destiny sold. If that doesn't happen, then obviously I will carry on making do and get some temporary cupboards and boxes to be just screwed on the wall. So for this section, this is my painting desk, my work section where I write, where I paint, where I do everything. Here, this is my art and craft desk. Obviously it goes back towards the wall more when the doors are gone. This is where I'll be sitting. I like this. This is a nice old antique desk that's got enough drawers to put all my bits of information in. I have a knicker drawer at the moment, and bag can be sat underneath. Obviously these lovely wicker chairs fit that lovely. And this is where I'll be working, and as you can see, it's quite dark in here when you haven't got the lights and everything, so this, I have to bring electrics in here at the moment, all the electrics in the other end, so I need to have another extension coming in through to here if I want to have a light in here or work in the daytime. And that window does go up and down, it does fall down, so that needs to be taken out to get a template off that, and then get these perspex cut out to match it, and that should hopefully work. Oh, in the cat room there is a broken window in there. Behind the grill, that's got to be done as well. So that's my work section, and obviously the chair sits here. Patio doors will be going here, so there'll be 2 patio doors as that ramp goes down. And this side again, we've just got a temporary sideboard on here. I want this to be my big kitchen area, you know, for big cupboards at the top, nice little hanging bits, sort of sides down, and then all the nice big cupboard drawers and everything in here. Again, this is a make do. I've got to screw this on top of here to carry my tea, coffee, sugar. This is just screwed on so that can be transported when we're moving. Everything gets packed away into there. And as you can see, I've got nowhere to hang pots, pans or anything. I've got water stuck in there, but that's this space is left for the frame, so this is just making do. That's my food cupboard, hanging back. There's a food cupboard, and then obviously in here I've just got my personal bits in there. This is all cat food and tins of food. This side is gas canisters for the cooker and plates, so I've got nowhere to, and then this drawer's the cutlery drawer and odds and sods that I've got to find, bin bags and everything. So tea, coffee, sugar, and as you can see I'm cooking at the moment. I'm presently cooking a big pot of gammon. I've already cooked some potatoes and carrots, which are sitting on my log burner. Because that's the nice thing about that is you've got somewhere you can put it without burning the floor. So again, this is my messy section. As you can see, the log burner, the open fire log burner will be going here. So the chimney will be going up here through. Obviously I can't fit this in yet. The kitchen side will be coming up here, and then the side of the bath and the log burner coming up here, and then this area here will be made waterproof, so I can actually have a shower head coming out of there in the top end of the bath, and then the rest of the bath will be seen. It may be in I may raise the floor to sink the bath in, that makes sense, because when it's on its feet you can still see the bottom of the white bit, but the feet will be sat in the raised floor, if that makes sense. So obviously you can see here I've got a few inches space there to raise the floor up, so I'm hoping this section will be raised up. That will raise the fire up and give me a little bit of a box underneath to put my kindling and everything in, and bring up the sort of cooking surface to about here. And obviously I've got the chimney going up. That will be protected from the fire when you're in the bath and shower by the wall going up there. Obviously I have to have a protective wall going around the side. I'll probably leave it open here and just have the chimney up there. From the ceiling across here, I want basically a wood pole, like the poles, like the old-fashioned drying racks, so I can hang towels, wet clothes and everything like that. So obviously if I'm doing washing the bath, they can drip dry and I've got somewhere I can hang things. So we'll have the shower head coming out, and then I have these sort of towel rails coming off the back of there, maybe a mirror, we don't know what we're doing there. But this will all be sort of varnished and stained and a certain colour and everything. So when you obviously walk in the back, you will see the log burner will be here. You'll see the shower wall, obviously that would be decorated with some sort of fireproof material, and then you'll be able to see that there's a bath in here. Bath's great for obviously doing washing in. I've got the showers. I still will have a shower, so I don't have to carry much water. The bath is purely for when I can actually warm up big pots of water from a stream and soak, or have a cold bath in the shower in the summer, sorry. And then of course I can wash clothes in it. It is storage obviously at the day as well at the moment, and it's quite handy that that's storage at the moment. But that's going to be a nice little feature when the lorry's done. Then coming around to this wall, obviously the end of the desk comes here. I'd like to have some sort of seat or something going in. I don't know yet, or other than that I'll have some sort of cupboards in here that raise up, so I'll actually have storage cupboards in that section there, which makes use of this bit of wasted space here. So I'd like to have some sort of because also I've got to store all my things like the bits of wood and that I'm painting, so I'd like some sort of shelves and boxes that can just sit on the wall and these things can be stored. So at the moment I'll probably just buy some of those old apple boxes, whatever you call them, just screw them to the wall where I've got the ply up, because they can be removed later and everything can be decorated and whatever later on when things can be afforded. Like I say, this is a long-term project, and it's all going to be dictated by whether I can get funds from Destiny or not. And then because I've now sorted out my debts and I'm going to be skint for 5 years and only sort of taking in donations and everything, then obviously it'll all be down to what I can get from my donations, from my healing and from any artwork that can be invested into the lorry. Or obviously I'll be doing work shares, so I swap items or my stuff, my healing, for time and work and help. Or do a three-way swap. Somewhere it'd be done that, you know, obviously you can just do it like as a trade and energy exchange. Whilst I've got to get my life sorted. So yes, I like this, but obviously my original idea was to have a 2-foot counter in when I do the final thing, because I wanted to have a proper freezer in. So I can probably still do that if it's built nicely. If it comes out 2 foot, leave a space there to put the normal household freezer in, so I can carry food and things like that, and that's the biggie that I need. And then obviously have the work counter on top with a cooker and a sink somehow, cooker and sink on that, and then obviously have the pot cupboard underneath. I think it's doable. I think if we have a small cooker and a small sink there, and then the fridge there, and then I have enough work surface to work on. Obviously having the desk here, I've got another work surface, and of course I can still then have like drop down extra bits of cupboard coming out, work surface coming out either side. And as you can see, the open fire is where I can put pots on when they keep them warm and things like that. Yes, it is an open fire, but when the chimney's in, the air will be poured out, so that's got to have a long enough chimney, and that should work. But I will have doors open and everything if need be, and if I can afford one, I have some sort of fan up in the ceiling. That's all got to be done. The ceiling's got to be done yet, so all these things have to happen as they happen. And obviously at the moment, if I can get the diesel heater in, get the split charger in, I'm going to get a diesel heater in the cat section, so at least I can work in there. The cats are in there, we have a light, we can charge the phone, I can charge my iPad, and that side is sort of this is obviously all being left for Liam to do as and when we can afford things. That may be soon, that may be further on down in the year to come. It all depends on what's meant to happen. But obviously this will be cleared out, and say if I have to, I'm just going to screw some old apple crates on the wall just so I can start putting things in out the way. But this actually works quite nicely at the moment. Just got a single camping stove there, which I say just goes in there when we're moving. That's screwed down. And it works. I just obviously need things like bigger cutlery drawers and somewhere to put my pots and pans. Obviously they're on the floor at the moment. Same with cat food. I have got tins in there, but obviously the big sack of cat food and things like that, I'm going to get plastic containers. And once I've got boxes on the wall or spaces I can work out what's happening, I can sort out where things are going. It's just so difficult when I'm obviously have to carry things that haven't been put in place. I've got Dave's doors were in the loo cupboard. I can't get them back in on my own, and they're not hurting there. Like I said, I've still got space to sit, but you can see from that that even with a 2-foot counter, I still have plenty of room to walk through. Idea again with the back is to have all this like artificial grass on. That will go down, have legs to support itself, patio doors opening out, so in the spring, summer, that can go down with the doors closed or open, so I've actually got an extra bit of workspace for myself. I can have a barbecue out there, I can sit and talk, I can sort of have, you know, or it could even be, until then, have a ramp going down so people can walk in, see when it's a display vehicle, which I hope it'll be one day. People can walk in through here, have a look at everything, and then go out or see the cats. They can come to the door, have a look at the cats, see what's going on there, see the mess in there. Cats can come and say hello to them. They can also have option to go and sit in with the cats. It's something I want to do. People can sit in with the cats. Obviously, if that's happening, then I'll be putting the dangerous ones away. They're moody. The little ones will come out and they can sit in here with the cats for some cat cuddles and therapy. So yeah, lots to do. But as you can see, it is livable. I've just got to get the windows mended, get the cab. It's still a mess. We won't look at the cab. The cab still needs ignition. It needs the driver's window put in. I have got the driver's window bought. That's in here, waiting to be put in. So I'm just waiting for the kind souls to get me organised, and I have to prioritise now with just to say, getting the heat and light and a bit of a plug-in to charge myself. So when I move away from here and I go to the shows, or just a bit of time out, because I can't park here forever, then I can at least survive and charge things up and have some time out where the cats can also go out. So I do at the moment walk the cats outside. You've been watching the videos, the vlogs. They're tied to the outside the lorry. Got a bit of time in my garden. Obviously when I have them outside I have to watch them 24/7. So I have to allocate my time between, especially with daylight hours, between working here, working in the bedroom, sitting on the bed. I know it's lazy, but I have to work how it is. But as you can see, I wanted the desk. I've got much more room in the desk in here than I did in Destiny. Yes, the cats, when they're going through there, can come into here, but they're not going to be allowed in here like full time. It's not something they're encouraged to do. They come out, they get the leads on, they come out and they go out, and that door's open, they can jump in and out. But they tend to just jump in and out the step. And like I say, I can also make some sort of little door or stable door or something there later, opening up out the way. It's not important at the moment, so I have to prioritise. I've got limited funds. I've got limited funds for life now for the next 5 years. So it is what it is. But Grace is still here. Hopefully I can get support and help. I can get look at the free sites with some free curtains. I'm very grateful for the food parcels that have been arranged for me, because again my outgoings are still more than my incoming, so I have to still find some way of getting some donations from the things I'm doing in my fundraising stall to actually do that on a donation basis, just so we can pay our way. And that's what we're going to have to do. But at the same time, I can just about manage, and that just takes the stress away. I don't have to sort of put myself into anything, but if we can go out and get the donations and get things going, and if by some miracle, some amazing business takes off, or I'm invited to do things like that, there's still an option to go that way and then still go back to paying off my original debts and going forward that way. But to have the pressure off is just huge. It's an IVA. I've had an individual voluntary agreement with the debtors. If I get to the end of 5 years and everything's all okay, then I'll be debt free. I'll be cleared. At the moment, as long as I behave, then I'll have a huge chunk of that money cleared. Or obviously, if I start earning money, then obviously that'll go towards that, which I have no problem with, because I really wanted to be able to take responsibility for my debts, and this way it just takes the pressure off. But at the same time, if I'm struggling with my health, then I'm covered. Grace is protected. They cannot take Grace away from me. That was the most important thing. Grace is my home. It's the cat's home. Whatever it is, they would never be able to take Grace away from me, whatever situation I get myself in. And that's why the van has to go and not Grace, because this is protected. And it's my future home. It is my sort of home on the road. It's my work. It's to get out and see people. It's to get out to have our time out, our time in the wilderness. And as right now, the neighbours have been absolutely fabulous and let me park here, but I don't want to upset them. Obviously, this because we're broken at the moment and need a lot of repair. So I will be hoping to find some park ups where we can go away. Once I've got my electric and I can charge my phone, so we can go away, park up, around other places, and then just go to shows and that where we've already got our parking organised throughout the year. Been nominal shows, just to sort of do some healing for the community free and some demonstrations free, which is so important to what I do. People wonder, I know the van lifers wonder, what the hell am I about doing healing when I'm a mess myself? That's another story. That's a completely another story. Anyway, there you go. On there, Sticky. There's Sticky Cat. That's my cat, that original cat that we lost, was taken by raptors. And then also hidden underneath here, because it's still a part of my journey, It's Rainbow's ashes that still need to be scattered, and that will go up to North Yorkshire when it's Sticky's anniversary of that memorial anniversary, which is like sort of July time, I believe. And we're going scatter her ashes up by his memorial stone and take all the cats. So they are still, I get emotional. I still have Rainbow with me, I still have Sticky with me and in spirit, and I still have my cats, and it's an incredible journey, and I'm so grateful. And as this sign says, live, laugh, love. Love is so important. Yes, I've had wobbles. I've only been in a mess because other people let me down, and I know you lost Grace. It's not about me being in the lorry upsets me, and it's bad for my mental health. Trust me, being in here, I love it. I'd rather be in here than the bungalow. People know that. I obviously respect. I've got a bungalow. I've got to use it. I've got to, it's my security, and I'm a vulnerable person. But if it comes to choosing, everybody knows I am going in Grace, and whether she's working, dead, or stuck in a field, I need to have this sort of home, and fingers crossed Grace will keep going and be that for me until the next chapter has to start, whatever that may be and wherever that may be. But the journey is starting, and love makes all things easy, and these are the sort of things that I'm painting for my fundraising store, all hand done by me. I'm obviously working stamp changes yet. I'm still working on personalised ones for the van life first. We'll be doing demonstrating things like that. I've got slogans, just stencil slogans, and then I paint my drums. I've got some drums sitting out over there, under there. I'll also be doing actual painted discs with my artwork on. And I've also got a whole load of these canvas boards, which I find it really hard to paint on board. But if that's what's needed to get some donations in, that's what we'll do as well. That's all the paints I've got left. So I obviously have to sort of sell these to buy more paints and to keep me going. And also I've got all these nice little wooden log discs and pendants I'm going to be doing, and some nice heart signs, and hanging slogans, and share the love. And there's my nice little doorstep Savannah cat. But anyway, there you go. It is what it is. I'm washing up bowl. My boots under there. It's manageable, it's survivable, it's so much more room than Destiny, and that's before I've actually set things up. So I think my dinner is just about cooked now. So I'm going to get some of that, so I've got to last a few meals, and get some of that done. And there you go. Be wild and beautiful. Catch you later.